Hello, my name is Steve McDonald, and today I'm going to do a quick video report for the Shore Club where I visited on September 26, 2022. So I want to start off by highlighting the weather from 2022. It's going to go down in the record books as being a very difficult year to maintain high quality golf course turf. A lot of reasons why. It really started out of the gate in the spring of 2022. It was very cool to cold. Many golf courses observed really slow dormancy break in late May, even into June on many occasions. And being in South Jersey and located, with water nearby, that water stays cool much later into the spring than say a golf course, say 100 miles inland. Now, the challenge of a cool spring is that you have a lot of traffic in April and May on grass that's growing very slowly or not growing at all. So then what happened about 2 weeks later is starting in late June, stopped raining. Basically, late June, July, and August were extremely dry. Combine that dry weather pattern with within 40 days above 85 degrees Fahrenheit, it's a very difficult year. Now, because we didn't have much rainfall, the weather pattern was dominated by windy and sunny days. And both wind and sun, say, combined with the 86-degree day and low humidity, basically creates a situation where the plants are going to require quite a bit of water. There's a phenomenon known as evapotranspiration. What that means is water is evaporating, is lost into the environment from the soil as well as the plants themselves, the turfgrass plants. Now, there's days when a quarter inch of water can leave a turf, meaning that an inch and a half of water could leave the entire golf course in, say, 5 or 6 hours in the afternoon. And that can happen for 30 or 40 days straight. So you can begin to think about the inches of water loss that occur. It has to be replaced either by irrigation system, which you guys have a newer irrigation system, which is great, or by hoses. And really, when you rely on irrigation systems for quite some time, it's really important to highlight how important they really are. So then September and October were really a few days, 3 degrees cooler than normal in the last few. And since my visit there in September, there's been much more rain. It's been cooler. So I think should be going on the right track for dormancy, probably a little quicker and earlier than we saw in the past few years. Now, agronomically, a few things I just want to summarize here. Not a lot to follow up on. Overall, the golf course is doing great. One of the biggest items that Doug and I talked about was the new shop and the new maintenance facility upgrades, and that's awesome to hear. I can't stress enough how this will help attract employees and retain employees that are there. It's much needed and will promote pride in the staff's work. One thing I've always said is that people think that an employee that does maintenance on a golf course spends 90-95% of their time on the golf course. While that's true, having a nice shop is an extension of the golf course. Employees that have a place where they can put their street shoes on and change into work shoes, or a nice place to have a cup of coffee and break, that's really an important factor in overall golf course employee morale. So it's great to hear. Also, plans for solidify and aerification on the greens was great. We did look at some younger fine fescue areas that declined this summer due to the dry and the heat. In some small spots, not widespread, but they should be reseeded sometime as the weather allows in autumn or early winter. With that, I'd like to thank you for the invite to visit, and feel free to reach out to me anytime with any questions.